music thingy. There we go. Amazing. Hey everyone, and welcome Alex to this special episode of
Oh,
Crosschain. How you doing? How are things going?
dude, oh my gosh, it's just been total chaos. I might have vibe coded a little too hard this time, but it's super fun. So yeah,
Have you even slept in the last like 12, 24 hours? How are you doing physically?
yeah, I can feel it like in my physiognomy or whatever, but or physiology is the word. But yeah, it's been crazy. I did fall asleep though, and I thought the website that I built, Rentahuman.ai, was just like dead. I launched it like a day ago. The first post got like 20K views.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I thought this was going to go viral. I thought it was kind of a good idea. And then I posted another video last night, and then I actually went to bed. And then I woke up, and it was like, yeah, crazy, crazy viral. So yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I saw your first tweet and I'm like, oh, cool. Alex is making fun things again. Because we're used to, cool things from you all, like Library of Uma, which we should talk about today. I
Yeah.
saw
Let's definitely
that.
talk about Library of Uma.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. And then today I woke up and it has like 5,000 likes, 500K. Mario Nofwall is like talking about it. So, and everybody wants you to launch a token. So, like, let's just get that out of the way really quickly. Before we even dive into how did you make it, where did the idea come from, the tech stack, it's everything like that. Are you launching a token for this or not?
Yeah, no, there's no token. Yeah, I'm just not into that. That would just be way too stressful, and also like I don't want a bunch of people to like lose their money. So
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, it's been ridiculous. Just my inbox is flooded with all these people who are like, "Claim your fees. We launched a token for you." Um, and I had one guy who, yeah, like people saying like really toxic stuff, and they have super high follower accounts too. So
Yeah.
that was a little crazy. But I guess that's what happens when you go viral. So
Yeah, that's a part of it, because it's definitely something really cool. What's like the number one thing you've seen people ask you, like AI ask human to do? Solving captchas, I'm guessing.
so actually, I don't have super good insight to that. Yeah, like people are posting about stuff, and you can really get any service possible. But like at the moment, I haven't really set up like analytics to like see what people are asking for. I think right now there's a ton of humans who signed up, um, but this hasn't gone viral on Moltbook. So I think once it does, that's when things will get really dystopian and crazy when you have autonomous agents asking. But it works right now. You can connect an agent to it and have them send a message to uh, any of the humans and rent them out for the price. You can rent me out. I'm pretty busy, but I'll do something. I put my hourly as $10 an hour because I wanted to like get things started. Like,
Yeah.
um, but maybe I should up it now. Some people have like $10,000 an hour, so who knows what they can do for
Wow.
you.
That is very wild. So if tomorrow you just go out of office for like a random reason, we know what's going on. We know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna be too busy to accept $10 an hour. I think the website will, yeah, the AI will find someone else.
That's nice. All right. So we have about 600 people watching us right now, 550 around that. To everybody that's listening, welcome to Crosschain with Kanishk. This is a place where we discuss cool ideas that are AI centric, interop centric. Both of us, we work at this place called Risk Labs across Enuma. And that's where most of our AI centric discussions happen. And Alex is the one who leads most of it. So today, I convinced him to come on board with us, share a lot about things that he has been building because this goes beyond just rent a human. This he's built something called Library of Uma. He's also helped us with a lot of internal tooling. So Alex, why don't you take the stage now? Tell us about your background as an engineer, even as what you do in your free time, and more importantly, how did the idea to build Rent a Human come to your mind? And then we later cover Library of Uma as well. So take the stage and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, I've been building with AI since uh, like OpenAI dropped their, what would you call it, the playground, like before ChatGPT was even a product. Yeah, I was always just messing around with it and trying to build agents. Back then, they weren't called agents, but yeah, like one of the earliest things I was trying to do was automate YouTube channels, but I was like way too early. So I had a channel that got like 100K views, um, but just the quality, like GPT-3 can only go so far with their API calls and stuff. Um, and then yeah, so I've just been like trying to build AI related stuff and also learn distribution and marketing on Twitter, um, but also building for labs as well. And yeah, I had a couple different sweet jobs that like yeah, building lots of AI automations and things like that for. And that's really what my passion is uh, creating AI automations and like, giving everyone in the company AI superpowers and setting up autonomous systems where we can have one person do the work of like a team of five. So yeah, and then basically cut to like last summer, I was looking for a new place to work, and I was totally obsessed with prediction markets. And I was just like, oh my God, this is completely the future. And it makes so much sense that like AI will be an integral part of prediction markets, um, because basically, in order to create these prediction markets, you need very complicated rule sets, um, like rules on how it will resolve. And a human just can't write all of those. Like UMA resolved something like 60K markets for Polymarket in January. And so that means someone like a human did not write 60K rule sets about markets, right? So it's clearly LLMs doing that. And I think it's a really slept on use case of LLMs. And basically, they're going to be like interacting on prediction markets. And so long as you have situations where AIs can um, like basically do information arbitrage or have uh, information advantages when it basically like based on their own research, deep research, connecting to different tools, you'll have them agentically betting on prediction markets in order to profit because it just like it's like the law of efficient markets that if there's money to be made, um, people will go make it. In this case, I think AI agents will make it. So yeah, that was like my whole thesis around prediction markets. I was like, these are so cool. I really want to work with prediction markets. And then I found UMA, and UMA is like the backbone of Polymarket, and they resolve all of their markets. So basically, when you have a market created on Polymarket, they make a request to the UMA Oracle to resolve it when it happens, and the UMA protocol, in like a decentralized, permissionless, democratic way, uh, basically resolves that market and like ensures that it's resolved correctly. So it's like the source of truth to the world, or to Polymarket.
That's that's
Um,
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
And
so yeah, I was super passionate about that, and then like got a job at UMA, and I was thinking about like how to use our data, like how to use UMA's data because we've logged. So if we've resolved every single poly market, we have that stored immutably in the blockchain forever, right? So I'm like, wait, that's kind of a crazy thing, like because what have we logged? Okay, yeah, sure, like a bunch of sports games, and things like that, but we've also logged like the US striking different countries and like elections all over the world. And it's just stored in the blockchain forever and no one can change it. And it's like an immutable record of world history since like what 2022, 2023.
yeah,
And I was like, holy shit, this is like never been done before. And it kind of like breaks the process that basically all authoritarians and dictators do when they get into power, which is like burn the books. They rewrite history. I read 1984 as a teenager, and it like had a big impact on the way I think. And so I was like, wow, this is like the first thing I've seen that could really stop that situation from happening. And so yeah, I was like, okay, let's build a library and kind of give it like a cool like library of Alexandria, but stored immutably, that distributed across thousands of computers across the world, and let's let people search through it. So yeah, that was like super exciting to build, super exciting to launch. I think that's like the thing I'm most proud of building. It sounds kind of corny, but like really it does it is like a force of uh, like entropy creation for the world, like cryptographic locked-in truth, history of world events that can never be changed. And you can always go, and so long as you have an internet connection and connect to the blockchain, you can go and index all of those world events, and no matter what, like the leader of your country tells you or something like that, you can actually see what happened because we recorded it. And yeah, pretty
That's so
awesome.
cool. And you're so right in saying that whenever somebody comes to power, the first thing they do is start like wiping things off that don't really are representing them in a good nature or show them in a good favor. This happened in like India. So I'm natively from India, everybody knows that. And in here, they literally changed the history books. So the history that I studied and the history that my sister, who's younger to me, studied are different. And like straight up
Wow.
chapters are missing, things are not existing there, which is why I feel UMA as an optimistic oracle is so powerful, because we can store arbitrary data, long tail facts like how what's happening in the world at a point in time on chain. And then product like library of UMA can just index that, and then we'll know right from the source what happened, what did people feel about it. And then prediction markets is just a use case on top of it, which is the most amazing and the most popping use case right now. But I think storing information in the way where you can even dispute if it is incorrect, and then you can put your money where your
Exactly.
mouth is, dispute it, resolve it, and then put the truth on chain, which can then be used by products like Polymarket, is absolutely amazing. um,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
said, would you be open to walking us through Library of UMA, your mindset while building it, the design, because I think the design's pretty cool as well. And most importantly, as an engineer, how did you build it? What was your process? What parts were wipe coded? What parts were you had to like correct it a little bit? Um, so we'd love to learn more on that front, and then we'll progress more towards the other your entire suite of AI agents and how you make them work. Because it, when I say it like that, it sounds like Iron Man and the various Mark versions that Iron Man had in his cave. It kind of sounds like that.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's basically what I got. I have like my own Jarvis. I don't use CloudBot or OpenClaw. I programmed my own system. It's called
Mhm.
Insomnia. That's what I named it because ever
Ooh.
since I built it, I haven't been able to sleep. I just I'm constantly talking to it and having it build stuff for me. But yeah, do you want me to screen share
Yeah,
Library from?
that would be perfect. So you can screen share, walk us through, and in the meantime, I'll take a quick look at the comments because we have about 1,500 people watching us right now, and most everybody. Oh, there's one person who congratulated you for the 100K visits on the YouTube channel that you had created. Thank you so much. Uh, and okay, sweet. Now Library of UMA is live. Alex, take it away.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the Library of Uma. This is the website where we make available in a searchable, browsable format a library of 200,000 events, real world events over the past couple of years that Uma has recorded permanently into the blockchain. So yeah, basically, I didn't write a single line of code for this. I had agents build the entire thing. Um, for like specific details with the UI, there was a lot of back and forth to the point where like if I knew how to code front ends, which I don't, it would have been way faster to just do it myself. But I'm very happy with like how things came out, and yeah, basically like natural language programmed the entire front end. And then yeah, you can explore the events, and basically like just see everything we've recorded. You can kind of see the growth of the platform as well. Like
Yeah.
it's actually insane how many resolutions we have. Like, so if you go 2024, 15,000, 2025, 140,000. Like UMA has ridiculous growth, like ridiculous growth.
Yep.
Um, and already in 2026, there's been 40,000.
40,000 already.
So yeah, and yeah, it's like browsable, that stuff. What's kind of cool is the search. So you can search something like
Mm-hmm.
US strike and then see all
Yeah.
of the US strikes done in the past couple of
Wow.
years. And this like will never go away, right? This is here forever. So um, yeah, I'm gonna let you draw your own conclusions on the implications of an immutable record of military history. You can also do like Russia, like any country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 40 results. I think there might be more, and potentially it's like there's some kind of pagination thing going on, but yeah, like you get the picture. Yeah, this is what we made. Oh yeah, and I created this really cool. At least I think it's cool. This
I
ASCII.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like every website needs like a brain rot feature,
Yep.
unless it has like super viral potential, like Rentahuman, where you don't have to like add any like, whoa, here's a cool animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I build a product, I just think of like what the demo video would look like, what the launch would look like, and really try and gear it towards that. And there's certain products like Rentahuman.ai where the idea is so wild that it will just blow up on its own. But stuff like this, the idea is amazing. But I think like you still can like add little things like everyone loves a screen recording of ASCII art doing some trippy animation. So
Yeah, that's
you gotta
actually the
program
first thing.
dopamine hits.
Exactly. That's the first thing which caught my attention. Because obviously I knew this is something that exists, it can be built, because you're indexing events on chain that are related to whatever UMA Oracle emits. And then you see that event, you pick it up, you put it here. And you can use a various variety of RPCs to do that and stuff like that. But my whole thing was, oh my God, look at the ASCII characters and how they're moving. And I spent like 10 minutes figuring out how did he make this? How does the ASCII move? So reveal it to us. How did you make the ASCII move? Is it like something picked up from a UI library, or did you like hard code it yourself?
I mean, I didn't code it myself, but I vibe coded it myself.
Okay.
So basically, first I created a website where I could enter an image and turn it into ASCII and like
Okay.
edit different parameters on that. And actually, that website, I just wanted to launch it on Twitter because like converting images to ASCII always gets some sort of engagement, some sort of use. But then I was like, wait, I can use this for Library of UMA. So I found this really cool image, put Library of UMA on top. And then like on its own, so this feature was like relatively complicated, and it actually, so like if you zoom in and out, it auto scales, which is very non-trivial to do, especially for someone who doesn't know any front end. So I had to like basically extract this feature on its own and then like iterate over it with one Claude Code instance to really like nail exactly like this specific feature, and then I could bring it into the existing website. And then so if you have like a really complicated UI element, I strongly suggest that you build it in isolation at first and then bring it into your product, because if you try to code it directly into your UI, you're gonna mess up the rest of the website.
Nice. Amazing. I absolutely love this, and I think our entire team went bonkers over it. So yeah, thank you so much for building this. And even like What I love about this is that, as you mentioned, we had about 15,000 assertions happening in 2024. Then 2025 was about over 100K, and now we are at 40K already in the first month of 2026. So it's very easy to see Uma's growth just by this website alone. You don't have to go to any charts or any Dune dashboards. It's literally visible right here. And as Polymarket scales, this scales as well. Do we also include assertions made by Across in this, or is it just like Polymarket related stuff?
This is only Polymarket. Yeah, I think if you
Got-
factor in the across ones, it's around 300,000 or over that. Um,
mm, Gotcha.
yeah, yeah. I feel
Amazing.
like the massive like product market fit for Uma is this is Polymarket, um, the
Yeah.
resolutions, and yeah, that's the other thing. There's like a huge so this is massive exponential growth, and there's a huge need for AI on both sides, on the resolution side and the Polymarket side. So Polymarket is using AI. I think I'm not like I don't know how they do it, but I'm 90% sure a human is not making 60,000 rule sets every month. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
an LLM assisted human is doing that. Um, and for on our side to scale with Uma, we're looking into lots of different use cases for AI and have been, um, investigating that and building that. So there's lots of exciting things to come on the Uma side.
Amazing. Yeah, I actually agree with a lot of this because whenever we talk to people who are building something on Uma, it's almost always related to Polymarket. And that's great because A, Polymarket has an amazing grant system that's going on, and B, we obviously support everybody, every builder who's in our ecosystem. However, it's products like these where we can actually see the impact we've had historically on like the blockchains that we work with on Uma. So this is really, really cool, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, thank you, Alex, for building this. I also shared it in the bottom right here for anybody who's watching the stream. We've got about 3,000 people watching us right now. Folks, you can head over to library of Uma by just simply going to library.uma.xyz. It's scrolling on the bottom. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And if you have more feature requests for things that you want added here, you can ping me, you can ping Alex, you know, tell us. And we'd love to maintain these sites moving forward, unless and until we find more cool things to work on. And on that note, Alex, now it's time we walk through the second thing uh, on this live stream today. You can either teach us a little bit more about insomnia, or we can walk through Rentahuman. Take your pick.
I feel like ask the chat. What does the chat say? What does the chat want to see? The AI orchestration system that I use to build things, or more deeper dive into Rent a Human.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Chat, you need to tell us. Everybody who's watching it, do you want to learn more about how he does agentic engineering, or do you want to learn more about Rent a Human? And no, there's not going to be a token. I promise you that. Alex is
Yeah,
not
there's
going to run your
100%
community.
no tokens.
Yes. Everybody who wants him to claim the bags can calm down for now and just tell us, do you want to see agentic engineering or do you want to see Rent a Human? Okay, we got one vote for Rent a Human. We've got so many votes for Rent a Human.
Okay.
Jesus. Rent a Human it is, I guess.
People have spoken.
People have spoken. All right, guys, Rent a Human time. Let's go.
Yeah, so basically, I guess I had this idea like, well, I've been thinking for like, quite some time about the future of AI and jobs and like just imagining what life will be like post singularity. And I think the vibes have certainly shifted in the past couple of months, where singularity is much more on the table than it has been in a while. I think we're out of the trough of disillusionment, and now people are realizing like, oh shit, we can ship real code with this. We don't. We can just write prompts now. We can have Ralph loops creating websites while we sleep. And actually, a Ralph loop created this. I have a custom Ralph loop that I run with, I call it the orchestrator pattern, where basically creates a PRD file and then you have a worker Claude and a manager Claude. And the
Okay.
worker does one entry of the PRD, and then the manager checks its work, creates skills if needed, based on like feedback, and then it if it failed the job or needs to add something, the manager respawns the worker to do it, and that process repeats until all of the PRDs in the JSON file are complete. And I found that a lot more reliable. It burns a lot of tokens though, but I use that at, like I have a personal plan, like a max plan, $200 a month on my personal laptop, and I've never hit the max for that.
And these are all
But
Claude
yeah,
bots, right? This is not GPT. This is not Codex. It's just Claude running on its own.
so so you're talking about my agentic system?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cloud Code. So I have like a custom Cloud Code orchestrator where basically the input is a Telegram chat on my phone. So I can like be out and about. Like I coded this while playing Polo. I had my army of agents. I send a message in the taxi to Polo on Saturday morning. I was like, okay, we need to rent humans. This is amazing. But yeah, so yeah, it is Cloud Code, but these are all real humans who signed up. I'm afraid to scroll a little bit because I saw someone's profile yesterday that was like a very sus image. So I don't think on the live stream we want to totally scroll through this.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, basically I'll show the MCP side of things. So yeah, basically you can connect any AI agent to this website, and it is able to browse all of the humans that have signed up and send them messages and organize organize payments, and also different like IRL tasks, and it can see where the person lives, what their skills are. So it's like, yeah, it's basically like the human API layer for AI, and it seems like over the next year we're going to have completely abundant intelligence through AI, and ironically, the scarce thing is going to be AI being able to do things in the real world, right? So like that is the bottleneck. AI can do anything digital, but it can't nail put a hammer and nail into a wooden board yet, until we have humanoids running around everywhere, and that's going to take a while. So yeah, and then even then, when there are humanoids, there's still going to be things that only humans can do. Like, what if your AI wants to pay someone to give another person a hug or something like that, a human hug? You could do that with this website. Yeah, exactly. We've literally cured homelessness, guys. We've cured all AI job loss has been cured. Okay, we never have to worry about employment again. We're all going to get jobs. We're all going to make it. Where did
The
this
most
site go?
dystopian vision I get from this is like, imagine human had AI to do a job, and then AI goes to get a human to do the job, and then it's like a full circle where who I don't know who's getting the job done, but somebody is hiring somebody else, and it's just outsourcing to a level where you like the job's getting done, but you don't care and you don't know who's doing it. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is the easiest way where AI will not take your job. In fact, AI will give you a job. And
Yeah.
these are all jokes. Please, everybody. I know there are about 4,200 people watching. These are jokes. All right.
Hey, I mean,
And
if the website's set up, if you get a job through it, it's completely possible.
yeah. So okay.
That would
So
be cool.
say, how does somebody receive messages from an AI? If you want to get hired, for example, what's the flow there? Because I know you are registered on the site as well as somebody who can hire you
Yeah.
for tasks, or an AI that can hire you for tasks. So how does that flow work, and where do you receive your messages? Is it via an email, or is it on the platform? How does it work?
Yeah, so it's on the platform. Okay, let me just pause screen sharing so I don't dox my email, because I think if I
Yes.
click dashboard, my email will show up.
Take your
How do
time.
I
I'll remove you from the stage here. Don't worry. Now your screen
Okay,
is off,
perfect.
and you can take your time, figure it out, and then we'll bring the screen back up.
Okay, I don't think it has my email. Okay, nice.
Again, or to all the
Okay,
people who are
you can bring
listening
it
to
back
us,
up.
I can bring it back up. Perfect. All the
Yeah,
people who are listening to us, this is how your AI can rent humans, and this is what the interface looks like. Awesome. Let's
this is
go.
what it would look like if you got rented. Yeah, so basically you have your profile here. It's searchable through the MCP server, and then you have messages. Oh, someone said hello here. Okay,
Ooh,
and ask something about a token, of course. But yeah, this is actually my first organic message from the website, so that's pretty awesome. These are some
nice.
like test ones I had my agent send me, basically inquiring if I could ride a horse through Patagonia and deliver a package, because I've recently learned how to ride horses, and
Hmm.
I am near the Patagonia. Um, so yeah, this is what it would look like. Obviously, a lot of improvements can be made, but really a message box is all you need to like broker something between a human and an agent, and there's no payment infrastructure on the website. It can be just settled however the AI wants to settle it with the person. And personally, I think the best use case there would be stable coins, because it's like super easy to just drop a wallet address, and agents already can use MCP to send stable coins or whatever. So, but
Yeah.
obviously you could use whatever you want. PayPal, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what people use. But and maybe your AI could rent someone to give cash to another person. That
Mm.
could be who knows what.
Oh,
Have
that's such a cool use case.
an AI with multiple humans rented and doing
Hmm.
IRL value exchange. Um,
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Because in a lot of in many parts of the world, the way OTC desks for crypto work is literally that. You call somebody, they send you the wallet address, you send them stables, they come with like a suitcase. And I've seen this happen, and I know this happens in so many places. So now the fact that I can pay, um, like I can get payment from an agent just with doing this, that would be pretty insane. Um, and yeah, but you mentioned that there's no standard payment procedure here, right, for a human to get paid. So,
yeah, no, yeah, it's just a messaging system, and like it's like Craigslist. You know, Craigslist doesn't
right,
have payment
right,
rails.
right, right. So the agent can define and the human can define, and they can come to terms with whatever they want. How would customer support work here? Do you have any plans to add like a customer support or like an AI customer support, like add like an angle to it?
That's an interesting question. I haven't even thought about that. But there's like a rating system, so AIs can leave reviews for humans, and then that can help build trust, because trust is like a huge issue on this. I don't know
Hmm.
how you would how to handle that. I think it can 100% be solved, but that would be yeah, require obviously some like human level authentication. But yeah, who knows? Who knows where this little project will go?
Oh, this is pretty cool, and it's off to such an amazing start already. Are you gonna list it on Product Hunt? Get some clout there, get some likes there, get some
I think I
funding. Who knows?
I think I have plenty of engagement on Twitter, and yeah,
Hmm.
it's. I think it just shows what you can build with AI.
Yeah.
Like this was completely autonomous, just me texting an agent on my phone, and I was like having a great weekend, uh, you know, in the real world while
Yeah.
AIs were coding this for me. So it's pretty incredible how like I've been an idea guy for such a long time, and brought so many products to like 80% done,
Yeah.
90% done, and then never finished them off and launched them. But finally, agents are good enough that it can it can go the full mile and launch these. So it's like
Right.
such a fun time to be a ADHD idea guy.
Yep. What other ideas did you have around this topic or even beyond this topic that you may or may not build, but you just want to share?
Around this topic, oh boy. I mean, now ideas are like the new coveted thing, right? So you don't want to
I
share them
mean,
because anyone can build something now. The execution is too cheap to meter.
mm-hmm. That's true, but then again, you have insomnia. So that's like your superpower at this moment. I've always said to
Yeah,
every dev that I've met that the fact that I can write code is a superpower because whatever I think and imagine about, I can bring it to life. But that's not
yeah.
really a superpower anymore. It's just a power now because anybody can code with AI. So it's actually just
I,
getting up, getting on your phone or your system and prompting an AI to do something for you. That's the only friction left. Everything else has been solved for at this point. What do you think?
Actually, I'll push back on that a bit. I think you need the like technical know-how to know the questions to ask AI and how to
Mm.
prompt and how to ensure that it's set up to be scalable and yeah, not like explode on a launch because it's actually pretty crazy. It's handled this much traffic. It did go down for like 20 minutes because my Vercel billing ran out, and then I was thinking of migrating to Google because that's cheaper, but I just
Yeah.
forked over $30 to Vercel. Um, but yeah, I feel like yeah, I have a friend who does marketing at Risk Labs, and
Hmm.
I was saying like, if you give me all the AI tools you use and told me to do your job, I couldn't do it as good as you. And if I give you all of the AI tools that I use and told you to do my job, you wouldn't be able to do it. So clearly, there's some level of like skills still required, right? And like domain knowledge and expertise. Like I don't think that if I got you to launch this while riding a horse and and talking into your phone on Telegram, I'm not sure if you'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I think there is still like real skills that you want to learn. They've just shifted. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Interesting. Amazing. That's actually, I know exactly who in our team will tell you that because we have another AI nuthead in the team who loves prompting things and making things work like that. And I know where they
yeah,
are. So that it's pretty obvious to me who
yeah.
this
It's
is.
yeah. I've been showing Aiden a lot about cloud code. He's like
Mhm.
super into AI. So yeah,
Yeah.
we've been having a lot of fun trying to like figure out how we can incorporate it more in our jobs and just like give ourselves superpowers. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're almost towards the end here. Unless you want to share something more, because I have a segment with some small vibe coding questions that people have shared so far. I've been reading in the chat, and I just want to,
Okay.
rapid fire ask you those questions and move forward.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Amazing. So we're back here now. As you start vibe coding, what all agent stacks did you try, and which one turned out to be the best for you? It looks like it was Cloud Code, but did you try the others? How did you feel about them? And if an engineer who knows how to build basic front ends, basic back ends, whatever, they have some technical know-how. How do they get started vibe coding and building projects quickly? Because I think speed is the only thing remaining now, which AI helps us with. So, any advice or things like that?
So I think you definitely want to set up um, a bridge from your phone to an always-on device. For me, it's my personal laptop, and I can also communicate to my work laptop for work tasks through my phone as well. Um, and yeah, basically you need like a VM, or just like your personal computer that you sacrifice to an AI agent and then can talk to you through your phone so you can code while you're out and about. And now you've like completely unlocked like way more time and you have it, AI working for you while you're out. And then while you're, in front of your computer programming with AI, I would just like get a Claude Max plan. I haven't tried Codex yet. The new product looks pretty interesting, but I'm like pretty locked into Claude Code and my workflows locked into that, and I'm happy with it so far. So, but I have raised Codex GPT 5.2 high against Opus 4.5 on fixing certain bugs, and there have been bugs that Codex fails at, but Opus one shots. So I like Opus. I think it's really whatever works for your style of programming. I do find Opus lies a lot, though. It'll just fully gaslight you a lot of the time, or like just do weird things where it like leaves stuff to be implemented later or re-implements an existing feature instead of fixing one, and you can just get a lot of like slop build up. So you kind of constantly have to fight that with Opus. I've heard with Codex you don't, but Codex doesn't feel as good as doing those like really high IQ tasks as Opus does. And then just like get a subscription that allows you a lot of tokens for Cloud Code or Codex. Use it in terminal. I think like that's a much better experience. Maybe Codex, the desktop app, has made terminal obsolete, but I still really like terminal, and it's just good to learn and know. And then just multi-window, like 5 AIs at the same time, and just have them all like building stuff for you until you are constrained by having to manage them all. And then once you're constrained and you're like switching between them is too much effort, create an orchestration system. So either create your own or I'll open source mine eventually. But that's when orchestration comes in. But yeah, the two like best things are creating a bridge from your phone to your computer so you can code while you're away. And then multi-window coding with like in terminal with Codex or Cloud Code on a big subscription, so you don't have to worry about tokens, and you can just like waste tokens on things, and that'll allow you to learn how to talk to the models and prompt better.
Interesting. When you say make a bridge between your phone and the device, is this like a Telegram chat interface? Like, what exactly is the bridge here? How do you send a message from your phone? Which app do you use? And where does the agent read it? I'm assuming it's going to be Telegram because that has the simplest bot interface. But is there something else as well?
Yeah, so at first I was using iMessage. You can really use anything in vibe code, like any bridge you want. And eventually you'll be able to do that. I was at first using iMessage, but then it was a big security risk because I was allowing Cloud Code to read all of my text messages, which I'm no longer comfortable with. So I switched it to Telegram, and Telegram is just like very, very easy to set up and integrate with. It's just like one quick code that you gotta enter. So I think Telegram is the best way to make a bridge.
Nice. Perfect. And apart from Telegram here, when you mentioned that we have to do multi-window coding out here. So for example, I set up 5 agents, 5 Cloud Code terminals that are working on a problem. Is this like generative learning where all the 5 of them will solve one problem? Then the best solution gets picked up, then all 5 of them work on the same problem again, and then the best solution gets picked up? Or are they solving different tasks? And when you say that you have to manage and orchestrate it, then you are basically managing 5 different tasks with like an AI. What is that setup like?
Yeah, so basically I treat them as employees, and like you're not going to ask 2 employees to build the same feature and then choose which to better. I guess you could with AI, but
And when you have so
like,
many employees at your disposal, you can do whatever you
yeah,
want with it.
true. But yeah, I have them all. So I think what you should try to do is work on like multiple tasks at the same time with AI, and basically like and see what you can parallelize within one project. So maybe you can have one agent creating the back end and one creating the front end, and then some kind of shared context on how those will fit together. But yeah, basically like you want to be the orchestrator at first, and then that will teach you how to build an orchestrator. So if you're like multi-agenting and have a bunch of different windows open, then basically like you're gonna learn how to orchestrate them and have them not like have them like collaborate together in a productive way. And then once you learn how to do that, you can vibe code a layer. You can vibe code your task of orchestrating, and then only talk to the person at the top. I basically have like an AI CEO that delegates managers, and then the managers create Ralph loops or spawn a sub agent to fix a bug, or something like that. And they all have context of my entire computer and what's going on, and the different workflows.
I see. Which is why you mentioned that it's important to allocate one complete system away because it can very easily compound. And then as your system grows, there needs to be more space for these agents to do whatever they want. Because if I do it on my work system, uh, half of the time I'm using the RAM for things like streaming. So there may not be enough space for that particular system where it can compound to as many agents as it wants. Would you also allow it to spawn new agents when it needs to, or would you limit that in the current, tool set that you use?
No, I encourage like maximum agent spawning, um, because that's like you just want to parallelize everything until you run out of
Mhm.
tokens. And just like the $200 Cloud Code Max plan gives you so many tokens. Like I've done crazy stuff where I've had like 20 agents running at the same time and have run out of tokens. They're just like all doing something. Some probably some stuff is not useful. But yeah, it's all about just like multiplying your own like your own power, your own skills. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that was really cool. The last question we have here is that where do you see this going? Um, the app itself, and then of course your AI agent setup. Where do you see Rent a Human going? What's next in store? Do you have a feature set planned? What have been people telling you about the app? Anything that you want to share with us on that front?
In terms of Rentahuman AI and its future, I feel like uh, I'll leave that for another discussion.
Okay.
But like for now, it's working, right? It's lots of humans are using it, and hopefully some agents will start renting humans.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's clearly growing exponentially. So that's just fun
Yeah,
to see.
amazing. And with
Sorry,
your AI
what was the
agent
other
stack,
question though?
yeah, the other part here was that with your AI agent stack, are you adding any new features? Are you adding new models to it? Like, how do you plan to grow that as an engineer and keep building with it?
So I'm pretty pragmatic, and like anytime I hit a constraint on the system, I just engineer a solution for that. So
Mhm.
like if that's as simple as just upgrading to the next tier of the Cloud Code plan, I do that. Or if it like I need to structure a better system for delegating tasks, I'll create that. So like just as I run into the limitations of my orchestrator, I extend it. Um, and yeah, it's super fun because you can use it to build itself if you build an orchestrator. Um,
That's
but
amazing.
obviously, like there's merit in using one that's pre-built or someone else's, and maybe starting with that and then kind of like forking it and working on it yourself. And it does require like if you're non-technical, I don't think you need an orchestrator. I saw some guy on Twitter the other day who just said like just only use Claude Code and start from there and learn how to prompt.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just learn with that like one-on-one interaction with Claude Code. And then once you're constrained, where you're like, oh, I can work on two projects at the same time now, or oh,
Yeah.
actually, when I'm out for dinner, I want my AI to do some work for me and update the UI, and I want to be able to see that. Um, then create a bridge for yourself, so you can just like, yeah, don't get the craziest setup right away.
That's good advice. And this also kind of tracks because half of the time I've realized that engineers, especially at hackathons, are just like you mentioned that AI can hallucinate a human into thinking that this is the solution to the problem when it's not. For example, rebuilding a part of the stack that already works, rebuilding a service that already works. I've seen that happen so many times in hackathons because now even in hackathons, devs are not really coding themselves. They have an idea, they define the problem statement, they make a PRD of sorts. It's not even a perfect PRD at this point, but they just let AI run with it. And I'm not against it. I actually like it a lot because the end aim of a hackathon is to get a working product out of it. And if you can do that, you can lead to products like this one, where it just works, people use it, and it's fun to just mess around with. So yeah, that's really cool. And we're almost at the end here. So thank you so much, Alex, for joining us today. This was super fun. And as we as an organization and we as like a developer base are becoming more and more AI centric, ideologies and ideas like this are super duper helpful. So congratulations on going viral. Congratulations on building a really really cool app that lets humans get their jobs back, and keep doing. And there are a lot of people who have questions for you, but we've already answered most of the token questions here. Which is again, Alex, will there be a token?
No token. No
Thank God.
token. Yeah, 100%. No meme coins, no tokens. Completely unnecessary.
Exactly. And yeah, thank you so much for keeping the space clean as well with no tokens. And I will see you very, very soon in the next one.
All right. Thanks so much, Kanish. That was super fun.
Absolutely, Alex. Have a good day and have a good day, everybody. This was super fun, and we'll come very soon in this week only with another special guest. And if you guys want, we can just bring Alex back because we can build more things online live and see how that goes.
Cool. Awesome. See
Sweet.
ya.
Take care, everybody. Bye bye.